trial now.
Wow, the trial is racing toward its thrilling conclusion. Do you know who the culprit is? Obviously, I know, because I know everything. What? You know everything?
Yeah?
Montara. Who's... No, everything! Daddy knows everything about anything. He basically traded his bearhood for godhood. Yes, he has betrayed his Ursine ancestors.
Huh?
Traded? No, I'm still obviously a bear. It is obvious, right? Right, you guys? Yeah, sure ain't no fish, but you damn sure smell like one.
Now then.
Anyway, since I know everything, I'll give you the whole story later. Try your hardest to nab the culprit, and believe me, that's no lie. If I lied, it would shake the game to its very foundation. So trust me, and please enjoy the class trial without any worries. Now, if Shuichi is the killer, it does bring up an interesting question now that we have a face to put to it, which is... why not just take the deal? Right, yeah, the rest of us would probably be kind of upset, but I think we'd kind of begrudgingly get it. Like, what does he stand to gain by going to class trial? Right? You kill the guy. You save your investigation. You prevent everyone else from being killed. And then ride off into the sunset, a hero. Or maybe an anti-hero, but, you know. Alright. Resume.
I feel like we're getting close to the gory part. It's making me nervous.
I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not paying attention, so it's okay.
Unless he just really wanted to stick around to help us uncover who the mastermind was with the pictures. Maybe. But I mean, he could have trusted me to follow up on that. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's one thing we do know. The line between victim and attacker ain't as clear as you might think.
I suppose that's one lesson we can take away from this case.
I cut off the leg before the poison spread. By spring, flowers will grow from the stump.
What happened to you, Monica? You used to be cool, now you're just sad.
Say something already.
Your tongue-tied silence speaks volumes. I fucking knew you were the culprit.
Wait just a minute! None of that is possible!
And you can't just say that. We need some actual evidence. It's all very plausible.
Shuichi was with me the whole time we were on lookout.
Except when he went down to check on things in the basement.
When are you suggesting Shuichi killed Rantaro? Were you really together the whole time? Huh? What do you mean? I'm asking if you two were on lookout together the whole time. Well, I guess we weren't together the whole time.
I'm going to check out the basement. I'll come with you. No, you stay and keep watch, Kaede. He was the one who suggested we split up.
That's when
There's no good
Shuichi
choice
went
there,
to kill
really.
Rantaro.
No! Shuichi wouldn't kill anyone!
Don't become emotional. We must seek the truth in a calm and logical manner.
Well, what? He was going down to the basement to check on the group that had gone down there, right? So I guess the key thing to figure out, because I think he went, or did he ever approach the group? If he approached the group in the game room, approached, talked to them, like, hey, what's up? What are you guys doing? Then, because I don't remember exactly if he said, like, he met with them or just kind of saw them go into the game room. He might have just been tailing them. If he's just tailing them, then I got no way to help him. If he actually interacted with them, then we do have a simple way to know if he did, or we have a potential way to give him an alibi, which is if that occur. Well, even then, right? Because I don't know. Like, I can't give him an alibi that he came back before Rentaro left. Right? So, it's kind of tough. Because I was going to say, if he went to the group before Rentaro left, and then left before Rentaro left, that would give him an alibi. But it doesn't actually give him a full alibi, because I don't know the precise moment in time when Rentaro left. So I can't vouch for him having returned by the time Rentaro was alone.
Or all our lives will be lost here.
I'm not being emotional here. I'm saying it with conviction.
Even if Shuichi did go to the basement, he couldn't have killed Rentaro because the time it took to return, the security sensor going off, maybe?
I get it.
But I think that's wrong, because I think that was picking up closing the
Security
door,
alarm
not opening
didn't
it.
ring until after Shuichi returned to the classroom.
So I think we're about, this argument's about to get some holes in it like Swiss cheese. Because it can be turned off.
It only rang after Rantaro moved the hidden door, which means he was still alive.
It should have rung twice though, right? Once when it opened, once when it closed. We only got one ring, which means it was turned off when it was opened.
If Shuichi was with me when the alarm went off, then that means he's not the culprit.
By the way, I want to confirm one thing with you, Kaede.
Okay.
Who set the security sensor on the bookcase? It was Shuichi, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Are you implying you might have put it elsewhere? Then I'll set up the camera that's connected to the security sensor. I'll set it carefully so the camera has a clear shot when the mastermind moves the bookcase. Let me take care of the security sensor on top of the bookcases. He seemed so helpful at the time. And we'll set the cameras near each door.
Yeah. Shuichi was the one who set up the security sensor. What about it?
Did you actually check for yourself if the sensor was set on the bookcase, Kaede?
Where are you supposing it was set?
No, I didn't check.
Did it ever occur to you that Shuichi could have lied about setting the sensor?
Well, we've got the pictures, though, so we know it at least is roughly approximate. Or wait, no, that's a different thing. Right, the camera sensor and the alarm sensor are not I forget if they're the same sensor or not. They might not be.
A lie?
And we do have multiple remotes. For no apparent reason.
Shuichi pretended to place the sensor on the hidden bookcase door. But in actuality, he was holding it the whole time. And when he met up with you, he secretly triggered the sensor to make the security alarm go off.
That would cause Kaede to assume that someone had moved the bookcase.
I see, sneaky little fucker.
You gonna say anything in your own defense? No, at this rate everyone's going to think Shuichi is the culprit. I mean, what if he is, though? I have to do something. I know for a fact that he's not the culprit. Like, I know you want to believe that, sweetheart, but you can't know that for certain, and the evidence is overwhelming. So I gotta do something. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. You can use the silencer with left click to shoot down the white noise. Like, I don't get why they mirrored this for no reason between games. It's so confusing. Now why would you do that? Because not only does that make it easier to shoot the right weak spots, You also get additional time. What a great deal! Use it to your heart's content. Thank you for the opportunity. And this is kind of reminiscent of Danganronpa 1, Chapter 1. In the sense of, like there, Bugatti was, like, not willing to believe what was actually going on.
The moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
So
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it.
Okay, well, hold on. So it's either Lookout Classroom, just briefly. Receiver on Shuichi. The security alarms receiver, a sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. So in case someone moved the bookcase, it would notify Shuichi. Didn't we confirm this can be muted? I thought we confirmed that somewhere. The hidden door photo could be a thing, but I don't remember if the sensor was connected to the camera or not. If those are two different things. Okay.
In order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot could make that mistake.
Hey. Shuichi couldn't have had the sensor on him. That's right. I should have evidence that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. But didn't he?
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot could make that mistake.
What's our play here? Should have evidence that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. That he did.
Security.
I thought he did have the sensor on him though, doesn't he? Security arms receiver, sensor placed on the moving bookcase. I know we kind of went back and forth on it. Didn't he have it though? Like, I thought he like tried to give it to me, and then I was like, no, you take it. Like, on lookout. She left briefly to go check the basement. The two were together the entire time until the receiver left. We don't have that many things here. Two photos taken by the camera. Got all these. I don't think they prove anything, like, and get some... Can I look at this closer? Like, it's not like I see, like, someone else holding the sensor in this. It's not like I need to see him have it, like, in his hands. He could just have it in the pocket and it wouldn't come up in the picture. I'll listen through this again.
Armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered.
Moving bookcase.
As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede
So we can
heard
contract
came
moving
from
bookcase.
the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved
We
it
can contract secretly
in
moved
order
it.
to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor was.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's if the sensor could have been on the... If it was on... Could it have been in one of the pictures? Well, this doesn't even show the bookcase. Like, but this only shows the rear of the bookcase, so it's not going to be here. It's just up top. So we can either contradict that it was not... We can contradict the bookcase or secretly moving it. I could say, like, oh, we were together the whole time. So, like, if he had moved it all, then... I'm not sure where we're going right here. Security alarms receiver. A sensor was placed on the moving bookcase, so in case someone moved the bookcase, it can notify Shuichi. And this asserts it was on the bookcase. It's like, maybe we're just doing that? Like... I'm kind of lost
here. The
here.
moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it.
I don't think that... Yeah, no. There's no point arguing against me. So we can disprove Shuichi had the sensor, he will remain suspicious.
Shoot!
Screwed up. I need to think it over again.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
Well, how can I prove he has
the sound
sensor?
Kaede heard came from...
Ah. Well, regardless, I've got to take a little break right here, so... Hold tight. We'll work this out in just a moment. Okay. We're back. So, right, it's either. What are the script? So we have all the photos. Like, these photos seem like they might be relevant. We have random photos of Shuichi. It's like, maybe. I don't think any of them show. Right, like this one would be good if it showed the receivers somewhere in the photo, but it shows the wrong side of it to show that. None of the rest of these point that way, so it can't be that. I mean, we don't, like, see him pictured with the receiver in this picture, but that doesn't prove anything. It, you know, I could put it in a pocket or something. And also, I thought he did have the receiver. Like, why am I trying to prove he didn't? Like, and maybe I'm confused. It's been, like, a week since we did the last part of this, but, like, I thought he did have the receiver. It's like, what are we doing here? Kaede and Shuichi were on a lookout in the classroom near the stairs to the basement. Although Shuichi left briefly to go check the basement, the two were together the entire time until the receiver went off. Security alarms receiver. And maybe I know none of these other things are like things. What should I don't know.
The sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
And maybe I could just say, like, hey, we were together when it went off, so, like, I would have seen if he secretly moved it. Maybe that's it? It doesn't seem very strong, but I mean, maybe. Couldn't have had it on him.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it.
And there's only so many possibilities it could be. Okay. Until he can prove Shuichi had the sensor, he will remain suspicious. Okay.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi
And maybe I'll
had
just
it the
say, like,
whole
we
time.
literally have the hidden door photos.
The
Like,
sound
obviously that's what
Kaede heard came from
triggered it.
the sensor when Shuichi
Right.
secretly moved
On the
it
idea of, like, the camera was
in
also
order
linked to
trigger
it.
the alarm.
I don't remember if that was the case.
So
or
when
not.
Kaede
Maybe,
heard
if
the
it might have
sensor
been.
go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot could make that mistake.
Would actually need to get the time. Couldn't have it on him. Okay. What evidence do I have that proves it beyond
The
a shadow of a
security
doubt?
sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Well, I mean, that just shows that the bookcase moved and we took a picture. It doesn't necessarily prove that it was tied to that. Or does it?
Wait a minute. This is weird.
Mio might know.
If the security sensor wasn't placed, then we wouldn't have been able to take that picture. We were only able to get it because the sensor was triggered by the hidden door.
Oh, that? Easy to explain. Well, you see,
Well,
I guess you're right. Sorry, I didn't think that far ahead.
huh. Okay.
You're giving up that easily?
Yeah, I mean, whatevs. I made a mistake. Big deal.
I thought you could mute the sensor, though.
You
Isn't that a
speak as if
function?
you knew that from the start. Even I was taken in.
So you see, Shuichi can't be the culprit.
Yeah. But again, I thought, didn't those have a mute function? And, like, it could have triggered on the closing of the door rather than the opening.
Now wait just a minute. The security sensor had a power supply, so what if it went like this? The
Okay.
security sensor was set up on the bookshelf, and Shuichi had its receiver.
Mm-hmm.
However, Shuichi turned the receiver off.
Right.
Huh? How come?
That would get you a picture, but no alarm when Rantaro moved the bookcase.
Yes.
Then, when Shuichi says he's gonna check the basement, he actually goes to the library. And thanks to the 30-second interval, he's got time to go in after Rantaro.
He could have collected the sensor from the hidden bookcase after killing Rantaro.
I see. Then he caused the receiver to go off in front of Kaede to trick her.
Hmm.
It's certainly plausible, considering that Shuichi knew about the intervals.
How needlessly complicated. But I guess it's not impossible.
Then, Shuichi really is the culprit?
So the ultimate detective is the killer. What a plot twist!
But why? Well, I mean, actually, yeah, pretty easy. Why? Of like, well, we're all gonna die anyway, so someone had to do something.
Wait! Why do you guys think he's the culprit? Shuichi, please say something. Why aren't you saying anything?
Shuichi, what's wrong? You're not culprit, are you?
Hey, you gonna say anything? We'll all vote for you if you don't.
Are you okay with being the culprit? Are you ready to turn yourself in?
What should I do? Everyone suspects Shuichi. There's no way he's the culprit, but even so. Why won't Shuichi say anything? Is there a reason he won't say anything? If that's the case, then it's all up to me. To protect everyone, I need to take control of this debate. Even if that means I have to lie to do it. Okay. Well. Did you hear that? A lie? Now, I know that sounds crazy, telling a lie in a class trial. But sometimes telling a lie is necessary to reach the truth. I'm listening. Ah, but don't worry, there are no lies in this tutorial. Or are there? From here on out, there will be times in a debate you have to lie. Before you had to refute the lies, and now you'll have to lie yourself. Doesn't that get your heart pumping? Here's how it works. Select a truth bolt like normal non-stop debates. But when you hold right-click, the truth bolt will become a lie bolt with the opposite meaning. Okay. Releasing the right mouse button will shoot the lie bolt. When you use a lie bolt to argue or agree with someone's statement, it will become a perjury, a statement that paints over the truth with lies. While lying, your influence gauge will drain. A successful lie will restore it. I see. But if you miss with your lie bolt, you will take damage, so be careful. Also, I've heard a rumor that there is a secret way to advance debates. It's called a backroute. I just say that only those who lie well will be able to find it. Thank you, Muchly. So what do I need to do? Lie and say like I had the receiver? Is that where we're going with this? Yeah, okay, that's stuff to what we're doing here.
Let's go over the case one more time.
The security
Let's
sensor
hold
was
it. What was
placed in
the...
moving bookcase.
So, to become a lie, what was it again? Hold to lie, gotcha. Okay.
Shuichi also had the receiver.
Okay, that's probably what we're
But
lying
he had
about.
it turned off.
And so when Rantaro moved the bookcase, a picture was taken without the alarm sounding.
Then, taking advantage of the camera's interval timer,
Shuichi hid in the library and murdered the shit out of Rantaro! And then, he grabbed the security sensor from the bookcase and returned to the lookout spot.
Afterwards, he set off the receiver in front of Kaede on purpose to make her think the murder had just happened. Praise be to Atua! We've solved this case! So Shuichi was just using Kaede.
The basis for their suspicion is that Shuichi had the receiver for the security sensor. If I can argue against that, everything should be okay. I have to retake control. I have to tell a lie so we can get closer to the truth.
Let's go over the case one more time.
Okay.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
No, he didn't. I did.
Turn this lie into the truth. Sorry, you guys. I forgot to tell you something important.
Forgot?
And I feel so dirty doing this.
To tell you the truth, it was me. I had the receiver.
Huh?
So that's why there's no way Shuichi could have turned off the receiver.
If that is true, then the entire premise of the argument thus far is wrong.
Yeah.
Is this true, Kaede?
Yeah, totally.
Of course! Come on, would I lie to you guys?
That'd only screw yourself over. If we mess up, you're dead too, you know.
Or perhaps you wanted to cover for Shuichi, even at the cost of your life.
Oh, come on. We were friendly, but we're not that close. Sheesh.
Huh?
I cannot imagine why anyone would risk their life to lie on another's behalf.
Words from a true heartless robot. Emotions are only for meatbags.
That is a harmful stereotype. I can produce heartfelt remarks through calculations.
Like less than 3? Those kinds of calculations?
It's not so unthinkable.
Less than 3.
All hearts are blind when faced with radiant love.
Okay, well, back to the case at hand.
Doing anything for the one you love. Hasn't everyone felt that way before?
Okay, look, I've known the guy for like 3 days. Okay, let's backpedal here a bit. Like he's a cool dude, but like, come on, not like undying love. I'd die for you.
I most certainly have, at least.
With how creepy you are, I'm sure that person didn't want your love.
Kaede and Shuichi are pretty buddy-buddy with each other, so I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the lie hasn't really been taken well.
Plus, the way Kaede just acted right now, I'm pretty sure she lied.
How would you know? It's my word.
A talented liar like me can spot other people's lies easily.
Oh.
Well, what do you guys think? To believe or not to believe Kaede?
I do want to believe Kaede, but Shuichi does seem pretty suspicious. He has been strangely quiet for a while now, which is classic degenerate male behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
Shuichi is the only person here who's suspicious.
So we all agree that Puichi did it? Then let's just vote already!
Okay.
No,
I mean-
I still think it is too soon to determine the culprit.
All right, what are you getting at? Like, who's the alternative? I'm all ears. I'd love it for to not be Shuichi, but like.
I agree. I sort of can't believe that Shuichi is the culprit.
Look, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. The sweet, the nice ones. You're like, oh, there's no way it could be, oh, nice little Mikan, and then next thing you know, she's like insane. Okay, like.
Yeah, this ain't right.
I agree. But I don't know if Atua agrees. 'Cause right now it's his nap time.
This is quite troublesome. It seems our opinions are on opposite ends.
How are we supposed to decide? We're split, right down middle.
Well, the thing is, there's no alternate theory of the case, right? It doesn't really line up for anyone else.
Hold on.
Okay.
Did you just say split?
what of it?
You did! I heard it! I heard it with my belly button microphone!
So wait, your ears don't do anything?
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
What?
More phenomenal trial grounds?
The trial grounds are gonna morph? Seriously? I totally want to see that!
Either way, we have to do something. I can't vote for Shuichi because he's definitely not the culprit. And Kaede is very emotional. Like, I feel like by this point in a given trial, Hajime and Makoto would have been like, reluctantly like, oh man, I really don't want it to be this person. I believed in you, but I'm sorry, but it is you quite clearly. Whereas Kaede is just holding on to this. No! It's not Shuichi because I don't want it to be Shuichi. Yeah. Women, am I right? If we vote for him, all hope is lost. I want to be able to save everyone. But I haven't lost hope yet. I won't give up. Before I can save everyone, I need to make sure we're all on the same page. You're split down the middle. Times like this, debate scrums are perfect. In a debate scrum, you will be split into 2 teams. Then you argue your opinions against each other. But look, everyone's so fired up, the subjects of your statements don't match. That's not how you debate at all. You have to match your subject with your opponents and put them in the correct order. That's how you make a good debate. Your side's subject keywords will be displayed, but your opponent's subjects won't be revealed. Listen closely for the subject of your opponent's arguments. Okay, so we're going to hear the opponent's arguments, and we need to kind of order our statements so that each one answers one of our opponent's statements, if I'm understanding this right. Before your opponent finishes their statement, use W and S to find the same subject keyword. And right-click to argue the subject with the same keyword. Okay. If you and your opponent's arguments match, then your opponent's keyword will be revealed. When all the statements match up, you enter the finale. Try to convince all your opponents at once. Rapidly tap the key displayed on the screen to push your opponent's claim out. That button mashing. Don't get pushed back. Push their claim out for a perfect refutation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Alright, I guess I'm gonna be on Team Shuichi is innocent because emotions. These teams are gonna be big, by the way. Oh my goodness. Shuichi is the culprit versus Shuichi isn't the culprit. Okay.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Shuichi and Kaede
We'll get there,
were
we'll get
together
there.
the whole time, were they?
We were.
Hirumi! Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
Kibo!
Unlikely.
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
Yes, of course.
But that's
Naturally.
Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do
No,
it!
no,
We'll
come
know
on.
whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
If our points don't match, then we won't be able to make a convincing argument. I'm going to convince everyone that Shuichi is not the culprit.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
There!
But Mew
close.
silent about intervals too.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Kaito!
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Okay, there we go, we got it.
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together. Kirumi!
We were, though.
Them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
Kibo!
Unlikely.
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it. We'll know
That's
whether
an
or not it's a
assertion.
lie when we talk this through.
Nothing more. Oh, okay. D. 8. Not use the button mashing on the keyboard. Alright. We proved Shuichi's innocence and have no alternate.
You have to believe me. Shuichi is not the culprit.
But then who is?
If we vote for Shuichi, we'll be making the wrong choice. And if that happens, everyone will be executed. I definitely won't let that happen, even if it costs me my life.
And logically, it shouldn't. And by getting to the right choice, we're saving everyone's lives, including our own. Aside from the Blackened, of course, but...
Kaede. Yeah, it's just like Kaede said. Shuichi ain't the culprit. Gonta believe in Shuichi too. Gentlemen always believe in friends.
Well, if Shuichi's not our culprit, then who is?
We've already exhausted all possible avenues of discussion.
maybe it was an accident.
No way. There has to be something else we can discuss. We just gotta think. Right, Shuichi?
Huh?
Yeah, say something, man. We've been resigned to your fate.
Shuichi, even though you're not the culprit, you've been quiet for a while. It's because you realized something, huh? You're scared to reveal the truth.
Right.
I thought so. Shuichi, answer me this. What kind of truth did you realize? Don't be scared to say it. Not just for me, but for everyone else. Please, face the truth.
It better be quite compelling.
The picture.
What of it?
Picture?
The picture from the camera aimed at the hidden door, just before the murder.
Okay.
I always thought it was suspicious, the way Rantaro was acting.
Yeah, I mean, I just assumed he saw the camera and was like, what the heck is up?
What's suspicious?
If you look at the picture, it looks like Rantaro is trying to remove the camera.
Yeah, I mean, logical enough. And if I noticed all of a sudden I was being filmed by a mysterious hidden camera, I might try to remove it. I don't think that proves anything.
But that must mean he noticed the camera we set up.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not exactly the most difficult thing in the world to notice.
That's true. But when did he notice that?
I believe it was when the camera took its first picture.
Saying he saw the flash or something? We should, like, turn that off, if that was the case. Like, put some tape on it or something.
This picture was taken when Rantaro moved the bookcase.
It is pretty bright. I mean, now that could be the flash. Poor planning on our part, I guess.
At that moment, something made him notice the camera. So he tried to remove it. That's when the bookcase closed. The sensor was triggered, and that's when this picture was taken.
Okay.
If that is the case, we must find the reason why he noticed the camera.
You're confusing everyone! Except me, of course. Just get to the fucking point!
I've been contemplating what it could be. Why did he notice the camera?
Maybe he's just a really perceptive guy.
And the answer is in this picture.
I see. Shuichi knows. The reason why Rentaro noticed the camera was because, presumably because of the camera flash. Really incompetent on our part to not
I get it.
turn that off. Or cover it. I mean, that should have been possible even if turning it off
Because
wasn't.
of the flash, right?
The flash?
Yes, the flash went off when the hidden door camera took a picture. Rantaro noticed the camera's flash.
But how can you tell the flash went off?
And it's
Well,
pretty bright.
If you compare it to the other pictures that we have. Remember the pictures that were taken when I took down the cameras? This is the picture taken when I removed the front camera.
Much darker, yes. That's why these exist.
This is the picture from when I removed the rear camera. And this is the picture of Rantaro.
Whoa! The brightness is totally different.
Same room, circumstance, and camera. And yet, there is a disparity in brightness.
So what? What are you gonna say? Gonna say I'm the murderer because I didn't turn the flash off of the camera? Seems like a bit of a stretch.
Because only the camera aimed at the hidden door had the flash turned on.
What was the purpose of leaving the flash on? Especially since it was meant to be hidden.
A mistake, maybe?
Yeah, mistakes happen.
It's no mistake. There was an objective here. That camera was placed for another reason.
Another reason, huh?
To lure the mastermind closer. Close enough to drop a shot put on him?
I get it. The flash was used to lure whoever moved the bookcase to the camera.
I see. Wait. That's the camera I set up, isn't it?
So when the flash went off, they would have noticed the camera right away. And that's exactly what happened. Rantaro moved the bookcase, noticed the flash, and then walked over to the camera.
I see. You know, it actually makes a whole heck of a lot of sense, doesn't it? Because I always did wonder, with regards to the plan. Okay, you catch the mastermind on camera just in time for everyone to get slaughtered, and you to not actually be able to do anything with that. But suppose the plan was actually to catch the mastermind in the act and kill him right then and there. That's a little more effective, isn't it? Oh no.
But the culprit didn't expect the camera to take another picture when the door closed.
Hey, Kaede?
What is it?
Is something wrong? You've been acting kinda strange.
Strange?
Your last few remarks carry more conviction than before.
Do you know who the culprit is?
Kinda. In a certain...
Yep, I know. I've known for a long time.
Long time?
Because there was only one person able to set the flash on the camera. Isn't that right, Shuichi? The culprit of this incident is...
Well, it's Danganronpa tradition, I guess. Didn't realize it was from this perspective, though.
No doubt about it.
Oh, that's rough. Why didn't I just accept the offer to just go? Could have saved everyone from dying immediately and then just left. You really thought you could get the mastermind the first try, Kaede? Oh, dang it.
Well, this is as far as it goes. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to the mastermind.
So I'm just gonna die? I mean, we've been executed before, right? Like, as Makoto, but it didn't work, but...
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, Rantaro. I'm sorry, Shuichi. You stayed silent this whole time because you realized it already, right? But you can't do that. It may be the end of me, but I want my wish to. I'm giving it to you, Shuichi. From now on, you're going to carry on my wish. You're going to protect everyone.
Kaede, I know what you want me to do. That's so cruel. It's cruel, but...
Bit of a pretty good murder, though, I must say. I
understand. I'll do it. You can trust me. I won't let your wish